We're back with African football again, and we're all with our calculators today because we're not quite sure if the Super Eagles are going through. And we need to discuss that and to permutate is Mustafa, Warif, Said, and Segodi. You guys are welcome to another football show.
So according to Al Jazeera, Nigeria has qualified. We know that there's some changes in the point. Nigeria has qualified for the playoffs. They came into this game. Super Osimhen scored 3 goals, but they came into this game with an attacking setup. They put Adams and Osimhen in the front, and they had a fantastic midfield. The midfield played well and was stable to bring attack. And of course, Osimhen did not disappoint. Osimhen is one of the top 3 or 4 number 9 in the world, no matter what anybody says. Look what he did. It's not only against Benin. Look how he beat Liverpool. This guy is a fantastic player, and it's because of him Nigeria is still in the chance for going for the World Cup. So that guy, they should make a holiday for that guy. What are your thoughts, Afolabi?
Yeah, I agree with you. It was a game that Nigeria dominated from start to finish, and it was an ultra attacking setup. Chukwueze, Victor Osimhen, Iwobi, and all the attacking players. I think what Nigeria should have done at the beginning was what they did today, and it shows how unserious we are. We always leave it too little, too late, and then it's always by the skin of our teeth that we qualify. And it's not good at all, because if we go to the World Cup with this kind of lethargic approach, it's not going to be plain sailing. They should have put in this performance from match day one, And what if South Africa did not goof by fielding an ineligible player? We wouldn't have been given this opportunity. And I think it wasn't good at all. We can put up this kind of performance every day, every match day. When I looked at this group, like I said before, the only match I thought would be difficult would be South Africa away. I thought we were going to beat every other team apart from South Africa away. But how wrong was I when I saw Nigeria started stumbling and fumbling and wumbling? But here we are. We're into the playoffs. Let's hope by the skin of our teeth again we'll qualify.
Yeah, it's surprising. They played Akko Adams. They played a 4-4-2, didn't they?
Yeah, they played Akko Adams. Yeah, played a 4-4-2.
And having him there,
very attacking one though.
And having those 2 guys up front and having Iwobi as a number 10, creative number 10, that's the ways Nigeria should have been playing long ago. If they'd been playing like that, with that type of team, they look almost unbeatable. It's just a matter of the midfield coming together and holding I think they solved their midfield problem at the last hour, and that's one of the reasons they won. Even though Osimhen scored, but they gave him opportunities. They could have even scored more than 4 goals. There were a lot of shots that they missed. They could have scored 6 goals in that game. So it was really good. What are your thoughts, Mr. Who do we have here? Segodi. We have 6 people on the show now, so I have to remember everybody. What are your thoughts, Segodi from South Africa?
No, I think Nigeria today was awesome. I think also missing Lookman was a blessing for them, because if you look at most of the chances that Nigeria missed was Lookman holding on to the ball. I think it doesn't fit playing with Osimhen, if I might say.
I think so. That's why I'm saying Adams was a better fit from what I saw.
I believe.
That's just the truth. So if they bring in Lookman,
very true.
But they have to. Lookman is a world-class player, so they have to figure out when they're playing with him what position they're going to put him in, and then Adams. Maybe they have
playing
to put
him as a
midfielder. Maybe I don't know, or they have to figure it out. Put Adams. I don't know how they can do it. Can Adams play on the right? And then you have other guys. Chukwueze. Nigeria has too many forwards, basically, but they have to figure out a role for Lookman, because it'll be a waste of his talent. Whatever thoughts do you have, Mr. Segodi, before we ask that question about Lookman? I'll ask us, Mr. Warif. Any last thoughts, Segodi?
All right, like they have to build the team around Osimhen and get the players that suit Osimhen. I think Chukwueze today really fitted the style of Osimhen, getting the ball in the box at the right time. If you see if Lookman is playing, or he wants to kill 3-4 players.
Maybe they just put Lookman 4-4-2 and put Lookman as a striker, man, with Osimhen. But he has to know his role. He has to know his role. Okay, but they have many options. It's not a big problem. They have many options with as many forwards as they have. What are your thoughts, Mr. Warif?
Okay, good evening, everyone. First and foremost, let me say congratulations to South Africa for qualifying for the World Cup, FIFA World Cup. You see, well, I agree with what my brother from South Africa said. Victor Osimhen, the kind of player that he is, he's an hyperactive player. He does not like delay. He wants to hit this thing. He's like a businessman. He's after the profit. He's after goals. So what he said about Lookman is the kind of player that likes holding ball, maybe dribble and make the passes. But Osimhen is not that kind of, does not like that kind of play. Osimhen's one is that gets the ball. I'm always available for the team to deliver. So the coach need to study the kind of player that he is. And Nigeria qualifying for the what's it called? The playoff. I think it's not going to be easy for us because, like what I heard, we are going to play the African playoffs. Then we'll go to play other playoffs also. Yeah, so it's a tougher one than playing qualifying for the normal.
Mr. Warif, it's very good because we now have more content for our show.
Yeah. Good.
More interesting for our show. Yeah.
And if I may say something, our keeper Wabali, he needs to grow up mentally. I don't like his attitude. I don't like his attitude at all. With that, he might not get a better club outside South Africa or a better club in South Africa because it's not every time you get angry or you want to. Football is a contact game. Sometimes just look over some things. But Wabali, he needs to grow up in his mind.
Yeah, he needs to grow up. He's childish. Okay, what are your thoughts, Mr. Saeed? Then we'll go to TK. I know TK is here too. Mr. Saeed, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I quite agree with what Mr. Warif just said. So I want to take it from where he stopped. On that one, Bali, the last time we had a show on this Nigerian team, we spoke about Nwabali. He did the same thing again today. Just getting angry over nothing. When you know that, why, as in unnecessary anger, why? You are a professional footballer, so we can't say it's more like, believe me, man, I think he needs to be checked. He needs to be investigated. I think maybe in football betting, you can actually place a bet on a goalkeeper.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of people bet
to get a yellow card. So, it is unnecessary for you. Why would you be fighting? Why would you be fighting with
who paid him?
The opponent.
But overall, on our performance today, this is what we are expecting from Nigeria from the onset. Look at how we play. We have all the calibers of player that we need right now that can overwhelm any team in Africa. Why are we defending? We should be attacking, like I said the last time, we should be attacking like the way Barcelona is attacking. Press.
Press,
what we are expecting. Now, I think the only good side about this playoff is that our boys will have more games to play to understand themselves. But the other side of it is that some of our players might get injured.
Will the playoffs be home and away? Are the playoffs home and away or straight elimination?
Yeah.
No,
I don't even know
No, it's not home and away. They'll be playing
to be on a tabular form. Like a league form.
The road to the World Cup, you have to have the road to the World Cup. You have to have a degree in math and statistics.
I think all the playoff teams in one group.
Calculus.
No, it's not a league.
It's going to be round robin.
Afolabi, here's the joke. Students today.
Let me tell you how it works.
Afolabi, today is our math exam. Math exam, you can use logarithm table to figure out what Nigeria needs to do to qualify.
Yes, so we need logarithm tables.
All right, let's go to Mr. TK. What are your thoughts? Before we move on to South Africa, what are your thoughts, Mr. TK?
Yeah, my thoughts. First, I'd like to greet everybody on the panel. But yeah, my thoughts is like, I'm so happy for. I'm so happy for Victor Osimhen for finally, being a hero for Nigeria and also for everybody else. He's a hero. After he was also doubted when he got injured the first time when they were playing against Rwanda. People thinking he's faking an injury or something. He came back and proved himself with a hat-trick. And this thing with Nwabali, I don't understand why when he goes to Nigeria, he becomes a totally different person. Because it's not like this in Chippa United, in South Africa. You don't know
I think he's used to South Africa because he's used to South Africa, the environment. South Africa is a fun country. It's relaxed. He's used to it. When you're Nigerian, mosquito. No, he's like, No Vinduk beer, no Vinduk, no what the other one? Black label, no black label.
Yeah, because I don't know if you guys remember when they were playing against Rwanda, he actually elbowed a player to the ground. I don't know how the goalkeeper, I don't know how the referee did a yellow card or something for that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Right. I don't know if it's passion or arrogance, but yeah, both games were beautiful to watch. Teams putting their all.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna move on. Last thoughts, Afolabi, before we move on to South Africa.
I think we should be able to qualify from the playoff games, and Nwabali, it just shows that right now he's not our best keeper. The temperament of a goalkeeper is very important in any major tournament.
Yeah.
Our first World Cup in 1994, we had Peter Rufai. He was confident. He was oozing class, and we beat Bulgaria 3-0, and it was because of the fact that he was very confident. This guy looks jittery. I think they should start trying the reserve goalkeeper.
Other keepers,
I think he has a sense of entitlement that no matter what, he's the first keeper. By the time he sees his position threatened, he will begin to play well. He's not healthy at all to go to the World Cup with this guy in this form. He can do better. That's just what I feel.
I do think so too. Okay, before we go, because I know Mr. Warif and Mr. Saeed like to talk about Nigeria. Very quickly, 20 seconds. What are your thoughts, Mr. Warif, about Nigeria before we move on?
I think the coach need to do more research to get more players. Like I said, it will be the workload in the midfield is much on him. We need to discover more players so that the workload will not be on him, just like the one in Bruno Fernandes. Overloading the player. When you overload the player, you get one out.
Yeah, I agree. What are your thoughts, Mr. Saeed?
Yeah, same thing. Like what Mr. Warif said, we need to start shopping for a creative midfielder now. Iwobi is trying. Iwobi is covering up. He's doing his best. But to me, I don't think he has that creativity we need in him. I don't have anything against Iwobi, but the kind of creativity we need, something similar to the likes of Okocha, Oruma, what we know our Super Eagles for, like the kind of games, like the kind of play we know them, like play from the middle then. But now,
but to be honest with you, Saeed, the only creative player Nigeria's ever had is number 10 is what's his name? It's just only Okocha. Nigeria has always been a direct team like Holland. Forget about creative midfield. Have strong CDMs. Hold the ball and just keep going forward. I know we never really had creative midfielders. So since we don't have creative midfielders,
we have to play from the wing.
We just have to play from the wing. That's what I think. Yeah. But I agree with you. We need to find one, but we've never really produced them except for Okocha. And even Okocha, he wasn't direct. He didn't score goals. Even when Okocha started,
he's an entertainer.
He's an entertainer.
It just the kind of what I mean by that creative, like that kind of a Modric kind of player, like when he has the ball, at the middle now, we don't have any player that we can say whenever he has the ball, he will look for Osimhen or whenever like it is.
Yeah, because Olise used to do that. Olise used to put passes.
Yes, now Olise used to do that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we don't have that big figure in the midfield that somebody who can scare our opponent.
Even if it's a CDM, like the way Rodri plays used to play.
Exactly. Like Rodri. Even if it's CDM, exactly. You get my point.
Okay, so let's move on. Yeah, we have more time, but time